Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everybody. I'll give it a few minutes since I started early again. I have a thing for that. I hope everybody's doing well. It is raining here. It is like raining pretty bad. It's been raining the past couple of days. Um, Today we're going to talk about concept boards in Canva Pro and how to do that. I'm going to just run through doing a board fairly quickly. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to try to talk about the disadvantages of doing it in Canva versus Photoshop and things like that. I also have a blog post that talks about that in more depth that I will link in the description once the live is over. But I hope everybody is doing well. I know there'll be people watching the recording afterwards, like always, but I hope if you are watching the recording, you're doing well as well. But if you're live, make sure to tell me hey and how you're doing and any questions that you have. Let's see. And we are going to be working in Canva Pro today. So if you have a Canva free account, you won't be able to do most of what we'll be doing today. There's a lot of advantages to having a Canva Pro account, which we'll go over today while I'm working as well. But the concept board that you're looking at right now in the background, I did several months ago, and it turned out very professional looking, I feel like. And it's fairly easy to do. So that's what we'll be going over today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if you're going to jump in, no worries. But let's get started. I'm not going to go over much my intro today because we did just have a live earlier this week. But you all know me, I'm Lauren Brantley. And you know my story. The fun thing is today is the anniversary of the relaunch of my business being full time. And so it's an exciting day. The Lord's helped me get through a lot over the past few years, and I'm excited to see how this group is growing and this step in our business. So we'll celebrate that today. What we're going to be learning today is how to create a concept board in Canva and how to shadow the items easily using Canva Pro, and then how to connect to the products with links using Canva, and then how to share our concept board with the client. There's multiple ways of how to do that, and we'll be learning each. So let's get started. I went by way too fast. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to start with a presentation size document. And if you don't know where to find that, make sure you go back to our basics video and you'll find that in the search bar. You just search presentation. So I'll show them my example here. And we're going to be creating a living room today. So It'll look a little bit different, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today. But we'll be creating the living room, and this is how my concept boards in Canva typically look. I try to create a little bit of a footer down here with the name of the document and my name of my company, who it's for, and they usually go along with the list and all that, so that's why there'll be a page number. You don't have to add that, but that's how my workflow typically works with clients. So I have everything organized in my folders. That's a pro feature as well, is how you can do the folders. So I have everything, all these products we can use today in here. And so what I typically do is, to show you first, is like where I find the products. What we'll do is go to the website of the, let's see, I have a chandelier that I haven't added yet. So I have this chandelier, and what we'll do is, typically you'll want to save the image directly, and so we'll try that first. But see, it says a web page, and we can't do that. So what you'll want to do is do a screenshot and save as much as the item as you can. But I'll tell you why you want to save the item directly from the web page typically, is because that's going to be the clearest and most resolution you can get out of the JPEG. So let's go to another. This is the chair I'll be using. I already have this image, but I want to show you. So what you'll do is right click, save as. Well, that one's going to do it too. Well, let's try another one. They're all doing it. A lot of companies will not let you do that no more. Let's go to a website I know will. So we'll go to my favorite website, Land of Pillows. We'll go to new arrivals, and we'll find some pillows for our concept board. So let's see here. Okay, so you'll right click, save image as. Okay. And I like the other version of that pillow much better. Let's see if we can find that one, because I don't like the black one. It's really hot right now. So if I could find that one, it would be great. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Yay! Okay, save as. Save image as. All right, there we go. So then we go back to Canva. And what you'll do, if you have, it's really easy. You just drag your image up and it uploads. Okay. So now all you have to do is go to uploads, and let's upload our chandelier that we just took a screenshot of. And then if you have Pro, you want to add this to your folder. So make sure to hit this, move to folder, and move it to your correct folder. We'll go back to our folder. And let's start adding the rest of our items. So what I do is, typically I just start clicking the items in that I want. Okay, and don't worry about the backgrounds right now. Just worry about the scale. And when, just like anything else that we've done, you'll be using the scale tool to scale it down. Now, I always tell people when they're creating concept boards to think about the room in 3D. Just think about it that way. So, make sure you're adjusting the scale as needed. And these guides that automatically click, they're helping you a lot. So use those to your advantage. Okay, and now because things are getting a little bit busy, I'm going to start removing backgrounds. And this is when the magic happens. So when you click on this coffee table here, you hit edit image. And there's that little tool right there, background removal. And it'll be right here. And if you've used it before, it'll be right here. And then there it is. And now we're going to do it on the table, edit, background remover. And see, now we need to change the position. So we're going to go to position, back. And now our chair is hiding the side table. So now we need to do this again. Edit, background remover. Okay. And then if you can't get to something, all you gotta do is move this over a little bit down to where it's exactly to the image. That way, everything stays nice and clean. Okay, and scale this down a little. Okay. And now I'm going to add a little plant. What's so cool is this background removal tool is so good, y'all. It even removes this plant correctly. See, I mean, look, that did such a good job. So, let's add our rug. And the disadvantage when it comes, one of the big disadvantages when it comes to using Canva Pro instead of Photoshop is you cannot do perspective at all. Like, at all. When it is, especially when it comes to rugs. So if your clientele is expecting a like high-end concept board when it's in the conceptual stage, you're probably the designer that needs to use Photoshop. I'm just going to be honest with you. And we'll have Photoshop type training, basic training later on in the year. But right now we're focusing on design principles and Canva. But for this purpose, we won't be using perspective at all. And so a lot of times designers, when they're using Canva, they have a hard time judging where to put the rug. Like, where do I put the rug? The best thing to do with the rug is like what I've done here, is make it almost out of scale and large. Because the idea of the rug is to make sure that the client knows what it's going to look like. And so you're wanting to put it big into the back. And try to get it the best you can. There we go. That looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. But okay. Next, we will add pillows and the chandelier. But that's one of the that is one of the things that I don't like about using Canva when it comes to concept boards. It's the perspective thing. But I mean, like you can see, you can get a really good looking concept board without that. So it's just your preference, your ease of use, whatever you would like to do. Everybody's workflow is different. I mean, I've found that I don't think there is a sense in uh making people use one thing or the other. It's whatever your client expectations is and what you want to do for your business. It's your business. Do what you want to do. Sometimes I use Canva, sometimes I don't. But I love Canva. I'm obsessed with Canva. I want to make one of those reels that says, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It doesn't hurt anybody about Canva. I'm going to make one. I'm determined. But this photo right here, I've already tried this once because I was afraid that the light bulbs wasn't going to get removed from the background. I thought they were going to remove too because I'm always nervous about that when using a background removal tool. But it actually worked, and I was pleasantly surprised. They've improved the background removal tool significantly. So what we'll do is hit Edit, Background Removal. And look what a good job it did. I mean, it's fantastic. It's the best. It really is the best tool that Canva has. It really is. And then I have this poof over here. I'm going to sit right next to this recliner. And then edit, background removal. Okay. And then I have a lamp I'm going to put over here on the edge. Edit, background removal. There we go. Okay, now let's go to the pillows. I have pillows that I like better for this. Right here. There we go. So I'm going to put this little pillow right here. Edit, background removal. Okay, I'm going to use this one. If you ever have problems judging the scale of your pillows, I highly recommend going back to the pillow site that you're getting it from and look again at the information at the size. So like this is a 12 by 16. I'm not using this pillow, but most of them are the same size, 16 by 16, stuff like that. But keep that in mind. So, you know, if you forget things like that, I mean, I forget stuff like that constantly. So, just if you have to go back, don't be afraid to, you know, be like, oh, I need to go back and look. Because scale is really important when it comes to these things. Oh, so now we have the basics of the concept board. And what we want to do now is we want to add like accessories because it's a little bland, if that's a good word. So I like to add like iced tea because I'm from the South, obviously. So I like to add a glass of iced tea and like things like that. So I'll get like this image and I'll save it. And then like I'll look for stacked books. And save it. And then I'll upload these to my images. And then you do the same thing. Edit, background removal. And then bring them down to scale. Okay. And get my iced tea, because I'm a Southern Belle. And set it right there, or right there, wherever you want it. Put it, move this plant over. Put our iced tea. This chandelier looks a little large. There we go. And then what you want to do is start shadowing things. Now we'll get into the fun stuff. So if I want to add a shadow to these books, what you'll do is come down here, and this is the only pro feature, like completely. So if you go down here, you'll hit shadow drop. You may want to zoom in a little bit, and then you'll come in here to the settings of it, and you can change the offset, change the blur, and change the angle. You want it. You can also change it from being the top right. We want it to come let's see. Want it to be the bottom left. There we go. There we go. just to bring a little bit more realism to it. It helps. Then you can add a drop to this coffee table here. Okay. Change the transparency a little. But see, it's even like adding a shadow around where the sofa is and everything. So it's really helpful. Definitely want to add a shadow here. Okay. Okay, and then we'll add one here. All right. And then we want to maybe add one for the pillows. Just the ones that are like leaning against other ones, really. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna add the glow one to this. And the only reason I'm doing that is because these bulbs, they really blend into the beige. But see, I'm gonna turn down the transparency and up the blur. And then I might even make it to where it's like a darker gray. I like the black. Okay. So see, it's all coming together. Now, once you're done with this part of it, you'll want to add your logo or a header, a footer or something like that. For this presentation, I'm going to add a footer. So what I do is I go over here to elements and add shape. I add the rectangle. And then I bring it all the way down using these scale tools. I'm sorry. Get me some water. I got that like lingering cough stuff from where I had COVID. It's rough. And then you'll drag this all the way over. Now I like this footer to be like a really light gray. So I'll make it that. That's just so that way it doesn't distract at all from anything. And then what you'll do is you'll come over here to text, add body text, and in the center, you'll add the project title. Now make sure to always make this a, first of all, legible text size that's small. And also make sure to associate the type with your branding. So make sure to do that. And then you want to copy that, bring it over here, And make sure to align it to the left. And then put concept board. Try to snap it to where something is hitting. And come over here. And then put the page number. And you don't have to do yours exactly that way. That's just how I do mine. Now, if you wanted to add your logo, I would suggest bringing your logo in on another page. So this is how I typically do it. I click Add Page, and then I go to my designs, and then I find the one that's got my logo. And then what you'll do is you'll just drag over the whole thing, hit Group, hit Command or Control C, and then hit Command or Control V. And then your logo can go right there. And then, boom, you have a concept board and it's gorgeous. All right, so now we've got to figure out how in the world do we share this to our clients. How do we do that? So first, what we want to do is add links to the products for our clients. So I've got 2 examples of links, and I typically use affiliate links for these products, or I use link to an invoice for trade products. Either one. That's very typical of us interior designers. So what you'll do is you'll click on the product you want to link up, and you'll go to the product, and you'll link, and you'll copy the link to the affiliate, copy the link to the invoice, what have you. And then you'll click this little link this little link icon right here, and paste the link, hit enter, and then now that's linked. So now we're going to do that again. Copy, hit the link, copy. Then we're going to do it again for this light fixture. Copy, hit the link, paste. Okay, and now I'm going to link up my website right here. So I'm going to go, okay, link, okay. So now it's ready to share. Ordinarily, you would like link up everything in it, and I typically create a shopping list and all that stuff. But today we're going to share it right now with this. So there's multiple ways you can share this. You can hit the share button, and you can share a link to view to your client. I don't really recommend that because you'll see in a minute. It has Canva branding and all that, so it's, not my favorite way to do this. But another way you could do it is you can embed it in, you can create a website. Canva will create a website for you to do this with. Let me delete or hide that page. There we go. Delete that one. So what I'm going to do is the presentation mode. And so all you gotta do is click the website share and then hit open website. And see, it creates this really nice presentation. And there's also scrolling, which is nice. And it removes all the branding and everything. And so when your client clicks, that goes straight to the product. and then click on that and go to your website, and everything stays clickable, and it's just a link. And the way I typically hide those links is I use bit.ly.com, and that way the client isn't seeing a canva.com link. All you gotta do is include that in your the way you send your concept designs, just include that in your email. And that's one way to share it. Another way to share it would be to embed it in your website. If you use a self-hosted program, you can embed it in your website. And another way would be to create a flipbook. This is a fun way if you're going to be doing a shopping list to go alongside this. So you can hit the flipbook. This is an app that Canva is working with their API, and it's a very good app to use. I use it with a lot of things, with my courses and stuff like that. And it'll create a flipbook using your design. They're very nice. And see? And you can imagine you can create a very nice presentation doing that. So those are very nice. And another way would be just to simply download a PDF. And so what you would do is download PDF. I recommend the PDF print. If you don't have that access, do PDF standard, but you should have PDF print. And then click PDF page 2 and hit download, and then it'll open with Adobe. Okay. There it is. And everything's clickable. So all you have to do is hit allow, and it'll all work. So there's so many ways in Canva Pro that you can share these concept boards. I mean, it's endless. Whatever works for your workflow, that's what's important. It's just doing what works for you. So I hope that was helpful today. I hope you learned a lot about Canva, Canva Pro, everything. Y'all let me know if you have any questions. And let's see. Let's get back to the presentation. Here's it. So y'all let me know if you have any questions. Let me check the chat. I don't see any questions so far. But I thought we went through a lot. Hope you learned a lot about how you can share things, link items, remove the backgrounds. I mean, and there's a lot more other things you can create using those techniques besides concept boards. So it was a very good lesson. I hope it was helpful to everyone. All right. So coming up, we're going to be talking about Pinterest in our next lesson. And then we have the exciting course pre-launch. Don't forget about the pre-launch. I'll be talking about that in the next slide. And then we'll be starting our graphic design principles series. And we'll be going over the overview of the graphic design principles for that. The pre-order is next week for the Canva for interior design. The early bird special is $75, and it includes the all access pass to the template store, the 3-month membership. That is a one-time deal. That will never be happening again. It is going to be awesome. It's that together is worth over $200. So you want to make sure that you get that while it's going to be $75 because that is an extremely good deal. And uh and that's like, I say it's worth over $200, but the all access pass is already like a crazy deal because you're getting like all them templates, and that's already a good deal. So, you know, it's just good deal on top of good deal. But let's talk about what is included in the Canva for Interior Designs course. So we're going to be talking about logo and brand design, how to, within Canva, how to create essential interior design documents, creating a social media content, creating a GIF, and utilizing Canva for website design, and utilizing it for Dubsado and Typeform, and much, much more. I have lots planned. There is so much you can do for with Canva in terms of interior design business, and a lot of people don't realize and underutilize it. And so this course is going to help you use it to its full capacity. And does anybody have any questions? Let's see. I want to thank everybody for joining me today and everybody that watched the replay. I hope you all have a really great weekend, and I will see y'all next week. Yep. And let me know in the forum, in the group, if you have any questions. Always feel free to post in the group if you have any questions. All right. Y'all have a great day.